Joining me now is Newark's Mayor, Ras Baraka. Mr. Mayor, thanks for being with us. I know this has been a difficult situation as well. Tell us what happened during this raid and who was detained, and where do you think that they acted inappropriately if they did?
Well, the problem here is that we were told that, these ICE raids would be targeted for folks that were criminals. This obviously was not that. They went into a store without a warrant, went behind the store, asked people for their papers, their IDs, took pictures of people's IDs, took pictures of people, detained 3 folks there. There were citizens that were actually in the establishment as well. One was a military veteran who showed his ID. They still questioned him anyway, even made mockery that the ID may have been fake. They violated people's Fourth Amendment rights to the Constitution. They violated due process in this, and 14th Amendment rights of due process. They violated, a lot of the things that we stand on this country, why people came here in the first place. And we can disagree about our political stance on immigrants, but we can't disagree about the Constitution of the United States, that it must be upheld, and we cannot allow it to be violated. It begins a slippery slope, because how do you identify who, in fact, is undocumented or who, in fact, is a criminal by looking at them? This by itself is problematic.
Tell me about the one former military official that was involved and apparently didn't have his ID on him or was asked about his identification. What happened to that person? He
did have his ID on him. And he showed them his ID. They made mockery of that and said it may not have been real. But he did not, by God's grace, get taken away from the store, but the fact that he went through that is a violation of his Fourth Amendment right to be secure in his person and his papers and his property from illegal search and seizure. Folks need a warrant in order to do these things. If it's targeted because there is a warrant and because there's criminal conduct that you know about and you're going in there to arrest somebody because of criminal activity, not because you suspect that they may be undocumented.
And Mr. Mayor, we were told that these people were on a list that had been previously compiled. To your knowledge, was that accurate, or was this ICE going?
I don't believe so, because some of those people, right? I don't believe so. Some of the people were allowed to stay in the establishment. Certainly the military vet wasn't on anybody's list, but he was questioned anyway. So if they had a list, why question him? His name isn't on the list. They would just get the people that were off the list. He apparently wasn't on that list, whatever the list is. And ICE put out a statement that said, almost like this is collateral damage, like there will be citizens who, in fact, are asked to show their papers and their ID who might be stopped. We can't be cavalier about the Constitution of the United States. We can't be cavalier about our rights. People uphold the democracy in this country because of the Constitution of the United States. This is what separates this country from many countries around the world, that we have a Bill of Rights, that we have a Constitution, that we have amendments that defend and protect us, as we move around this country. And so we cannot allow that to be targeted.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor Baraka from Newark, New Jersey.